There is a perfect storm of volatility that is brewing right now for the Bitcoin price. And it is hot. It is hotter than a bowl of jalapeno peppers. Because today the Federal Reserve will be announcing the rate hike decision. Are they going to raise rates? Are they going to keep rates the same? As it stands right now, it seems that 99% of people are already pricing in that the Federal Reserve will keep rates the same. However, we know that whenever the Federal Reserve makes a decision and Jerome Powell comes out and gives a talk discussing the economic outlook for the future, it leads to massive amounts of volatility. And when we look at the charts for Bitcoin, when we look at the charts for the S&P 500 and the dollar, we are seeing that price is coming to massive levels across all these different markets. And what we need right now is a catalyst that will push the move to its completion. And rest assured, we are going to get that major move today around 1 to 3 p.m. New York time. So today we're going to be discussing exactly what we need to be prepared for as we are diving in to these markets. So make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell for notifications, because we are bringing you the most timely and the juiciest market updates here on YouTube. And as I said, we are being set up right now for a perfect storm of massive volatility, because what always happens whenever the Federal Reserve makes the rate hike decision, inevitably we're going to get short-term volatility. Huge move up, huge move down, a big Darth Maul candle, but then the market will pick a direction for the following weeks. And when we take a look at the chart, we are seeing something very, very interesting here. When we came down to this low that we put in here Monday, September 11th, the long trade that we took in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, literally from the exact bottom, the setup and level were given in advance, we see something very, very significant down there on the daily time frame. As the price is getting lower into a key area of support, we can see a bullish divergence actually forming right here on market Cipher B, the bullish divergence, where as the price is getting lower into key support, the momentum waves over time are getting higher, giving us the coveted uneven butt cheek pattern, where we have a very juicy, lots of ravioli and the gravy and the sausages are flowing out of the butt cheek. And then on the right hand side, we have a very skinny butt cheek, very skinny. It's probably a skinny old woman who talks like this with the Brooklyn accent, who smokes too much. She probably works at a diner. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, Dolores, get over here. This guy needs another cup of coffee while she's smoking a cigarette, spilling your coffee all over, because she's spilling it because when she's walking, her butt cheeks are uneven. Now, here's the thing. When we look at the butt cheeks here, look at the price, the candles is coming down to support, and look at that right-hand butt cheek. That's where the money is, all right? And that's what we saw happen with Bitcoin right here. Now, this is a very powerful signal, and more times than not, it leads to very significant follow-through. And if we zoom out once again on the chart, we can see that we're being set up for a massive short squeeze. Why? Because there's lots of liquidity to the upside that could absolutely get grabbed. For example, this high right here. A lot of people shorted this, put their stop loss above the high. Same with this high right here. A lot of people have their stop losses above this high. They have their stop losses above this high, stop losses above all these highs. And what that means is if that short-term volatility comes in and we start to squeeze, we could see the Bitcoin price come all the way back up to the $30,000-ish level, where we have a massive area of resistance, and lots of shorts will get absolutely wrecked before we get another move to the downside. This is something we really need to be aware of, because we see a lot of people getting very, very bearish here, but the market is setting us up for a massive short squeeze. And this rate hike decision could be the catalyst that we need to actually get that big move to the upside, which will actually, in my opinion, allow us for a potential very important, very juicy short trade, because we can see here that we made our high, we made our low, we made our higher high, then we made our first lower low. And if we short squeeze up here, we will absolutely be printing what's known as a head and shoulders pattern, which will go along with my Grandmaster trading plan. As you can see right here, I'm short from the exact high. This is also the trade setup we gave in the Casper Crew from 31,750. And now I'm longing the retrace from 24,925. You can see my target for that retrace is coming up right into this $29,000, $30,000 area, because I do believe we could see a massive short squeeze up into this zone, and then we could see a rejection. So this is a trade that I am personally planning for. And by the way, if you want to trade cryptocurrency with the best fees in the world, MEXC, my favorite exchange, 0% limit order fees, 0.01% take your order fees, 0% fees on spot. Links in the pinned comment and description. If you know how to trade and you're looking for a great exchange, I highly recommend MEXC. Is this guaranteed to happen? No, of course not. When it comes to the price action, we can't know exactly what is going to happen in the future. People always ask me, Jason, are we going to pump or are we going to dump? And my answer is always the same. It depends. It depends. It depends. We cannot know what the price is going to do. Our job as traders is not to predict what the price is going to do. It's to plan for multiple scenarios so that whatever happens, we can react to that in a way that's already premeditated so we can take advantage of the volatility. Now that brings me to my second major point, which is this. Ever since we made the low on September 11th, you can see that this market structure is literally the ugliest thing in the world. Ugliest thing in the world. Why? Because when we're looking at market structure that's healthy, we want to see clearly defined swing highs and swing lows, because this means that the price action is healthy and we're unlikely to get a big reversal in the opposite direction. When you have price action that looks like this, very choppy, even though it's an uptrend, there's not really a clearly defined swing high and swing low along this way up. That means, once again, we have a lot of liquidity under here, okay? Which means if we start to break down from this channel, we could see a cascade of stop losses and liquidations. Because again, along the way up, people long, they put their stops under here, they put their stops under here, they put their stops under here, they put their stops under here. And once we start to trigger stop losses, if you're long and a stop loss gets triggered on your long, the order book will have a market sell order there when your stop loss gets triggered. And then we have all these sell orders coming in, pushing the price down, boom, 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 boom. We get a really, really smooth move down as well. So this is something else that we really need to be prepared for. If we do get that smooth move to the downside, check this out. If we take the fib from the low to the high, we can see that the Fibonacci golden pocket retracement is once again coming in right around the low of the range, right around that place where everybody will be stopped out of the market. So if we get a fast move down, we need to be watching down here for a potential bounce, because if we stop out all those longs, they're all out of the market, and then the bigger players can actually build their long orders as we come down to that area. And if we go to the 1 hour time frame, we can actually see that we are being set up nicely for something like this to happen on the oscillator, right? Where basically the money flow is getting thicker over time here, and we could be set up for something like this, where we have the bullish Sam Bankman-Fried man boot pattern, where as the price is getting lower to key support, the momentum waves in the money flow on market Cipher B are getting higher, just like Sam Bankman-Fried's boobs and just like Sam Bankman-Fried's hair. And so we really need to be prepared for both of these scenarios to play out, because when there's massive volatility, again, if we're thinking one step ahead of the markets, we can be prepared for those key levels to take advantage of the volatility if we see what we want to see on the chart. That is how we trade in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. When we give the long setup, for example, we're looking for 4 specific confirmations on the chart. So when the price dumps down to that exact level and everybody gets really scared and really bearish, we're one step ahead of the market. We know, okay, if price comes down here, we're not scared. If we see these bullish things, we can take a long. That's how we get in a long from literally the exact bottom. And by the way, if you want to join the Casper Crew VIP Discord, go to jasoncaspertrading.com. Click the link to join the VIP Discord. And also, guys, if you want to become educated, check out the trading courses we have. We're proud to announce White Phoenix's new smart money approach to trading, the most comprehensive course in the world, in my opinion. This thing is absolutely packed with information. If you are a member of the Casper Crew, White Phoenix will give you a $200 coupon, and it will lower this price by $200. But honestly, guys, if you are struggling to become profitable, this is the course for you. Now, to add a little bit more texture to the Bitcoin scenario, we have to look at the DXY, because the dollar has been moving up like crazy ever since July, and we're coming right now into our first major area of resistance. Now, personally, I am still bullish on the dollar. However, we have to understand that if the dollar does get a retracement here, because price never moves straight up, look at this massive uptrend. Big pump, retracement, big pump, retracement, big pump, retracement, big pump, retracement. If the dollar gets a retracement here, which we are due for, we've been pumping now since July, we are going to see fuel to the fire for Bitcoin to actually get that big move to the upside. So watch the dollar. If it starts to dump here for some reason, after the Federal Reserve makes the announcement, then we can actually be saying there's more chance that Bitcoin will get a move to the upside. However, if the dollar starts to pump and break through without a retracement, then we can say it's more probable that Bitcoin is going to get that move to the downside. So whatever the case, if you are trading these markets today, be very careful when the Federal Reserve first makes the announcement, because again, it's going to stop out a lot of people, big volatility. But once the dust settles, really be watching the dollar, really be watching what Bitcoin wants to do, because I do believe we could see that big move up to $30,000 within the next few days, or we could even see a big drop to the downside to this area of support. So guys, that being said, that is it for today's video. Make sure to like, subscribe, click the bell. May God bless you all in the name of Jesus, Yeshua, the Messiah. Even if you are not religious, I still pray you and your family are super blessed. And I will see everybody in the next video. Peace!